sorry.
Do we need chairs back there?
And because I feel fighting, I wore brown.
We have two up
Queen
here.
of Spades. Today began like I didn't want to come into it. It was one of those nights where you're awake more than you are asleep.
The earthquake didn't help.
No, nothing. Did not help at all. And then you hear those words. It's 7:15. You go, what?
Oh, no.
Who's speaking? Then I realized it was Patty. Because I wasn't saying that to me. I was telling myself, you have time. Just lay there, let it happen. Come into the day peaceful. Do not come into the day through turbulence or not enough rest. Well, forget about that. So I just came into the day. And I would just like to say that Dottie and I have known each other so long. That's it. There's nothing more to say about it. What I would like to talk a little bit about today is life's journey. And it is such a fitting topic that it speaks for itself. Every day, life puts us on a journey. It's the only way I know how to put it. I woke up on a journey this morning. First I had to get up. And then I had to get myself ready. And then I remembered where I was going, which was another journey. And then I was coming on an incredible journey to be shared with all of you and Eileen. We think we're related, but we won't go into that.
It's Louisiana's fault.
It is. Louisiana, we think we're related. But then maybe not. But that's another part of life's journey. You're going to discover what you did not know were or was there. Mm-hmm. And when you discover it, do not be held captive by it. Mm-hmm. Because if you allow for your life's journey to hold you captive, go back to bed. I am only so serious. Because you need to go start again. Every day I wake up, I'm on a journey. I remember once saying to someone who was trying to tell me what it was like to be African American. They were not African American.
Yeah, they don't know, right?
That was an amazing thing. And so I listened.
Politely, yeah.
And
Politely, of course.
yes, I was polite. Yeah. And I said, explain this to me. Because I had been looking at this as long as I can remember.
Amen.
It had helped to shape my life's journey. You see, it wasn't an absent part of me. This is what I am every day. This is part of it. Then there's that other part that knows Dottie, that knows Corky, that knows all of you. So when this person began to explain to me what my life's journey was all about, I was actually kind of amused and held captive for a moment. I said, well, maybe they know something. I discovered they didn't know anything. They had some preconceived ideas about what my journey was like. The first thing they told me was that I was poor. I said, wow, I didn't know. I had no idea I was poor. I was not only black, but I was poor. That's not two good strikes right there. So she said, and you're always wanting things. I said, well, what kind of things do I want? Because I'm on my journey. This is my life. How will I live it? Will I live it through what someone tells me or what I know it is. This is the difference. So I said to this person, let me tell you about you then, because she was laying me out there and I thought I better do something. You know that whole thing being filleted? She was using words to just cut into me. And I said, oh, by the way, I had an afro then. I was trying not to be too radical.
That's not when I met you.
Didn't work at all. But I was being patient with this person. And I said, well, let me tell you about you. And she looked at me with a lot of attitude, and she was feeling very secure. And I said, every time you meet a black person, you think you know who they are. You have some ideas that are born out of your traditions and your beliefs. They have nothing to do with me. You don't know me. You lump me in a group of all black people. So think about it. You get lumped in a group of women. You get lumped in a group based on your color. You get lumped in a group based on your size. You get lumped in a group based on your religion, your spirituality. You put a list, somebody is going to lump you. Right? They're going to try to define your journey for you. You should be black and poor and you want too much. And I said, and you are white and you have it all and you're afraid that you're going to lose it. She turned pinker than pink. Got very embarrassed. Would never speak to me again. I didn't miss that. My life's journey has been filled with individuals wanting to tell me who I am. It's an amazing thing. I wake up every morning and I look in that mirror and I say, there you are. And I'm good with that. Right?
And you're beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Well, we'll talk later. And so, who am I? Well, we won't discuss that. And I realized that I am Joyce C. Brown. That's it. There's no middle Carolyn in there. We stuck that in there later. And my journey brought me from the cotton fields of Mississippi to Santa Barbara to Santa Cruz to Dottie, Corky, and all of you. That has been part of my journey, and everything in between was just a part of the journey. It wasn't the journey. I have practiced gratitude so much that it really ought to be my middle name. I think it could work. Joyce Gratitude Brown. I think
Let's do it.
I can just stick it in there with that C. C Gratitude. Joyce C Gratitude Brown. We're working on it now.
It's a plan. It's a plan.
It's a plan?
Yes.
All right. You know I could go with that.
Yes, absolutely.
Part of your life journey.
My journey has taken me through some things that I survived them, not because I didn't know me, who I am. It was because I did. Otherwise, you do not survive these things. They are so overwhelming, so discouraging. So your life's journey is to sit down with yourself from time to time and get reacquainted. You see, when we allow for someone to define us, we become their definition of who you are, and then we begin to live it. Therefore, if I am black, African American, poor, I am Negro, I am colored, I am a black woman, I am a full-figured black woman. Therefore, I've got a lot of points in somebody's book that says that I am not okay. My life journey told me I was damn good. My life journey told me I came from some tough stuff. I came from a stock. I came from a root I came from the doggone tree, and I am everything. I am the sun, the moon, the stars. And I am grateful that I am who I am. Every day, I am grateful that I define me. I can tell you straight off the top, I really don't care what you think about me.
Yay.
I don't. Now, there are somebody who say, what's her problem? I said, I have no problem, you have a problem. You want me to be concerned about what you think about me. Well, the point is this, you're going to think it anyway.
That's right.
So why should I burden my life, my journey, with what you think? Are you talking to me? Are you sitting down with me? Do you get to know me and know that I am not every other person that looks like me, that sounds like me? I am not. How many individuals are in this room?
Every one of us.
Every one of us, right? So when did we all become a non-identity? When we allow for someone to stop your journey. Someone says, I am a poet. I said, lovely. That's as far as it goes. I'm thinking, wow, something's missing here. There's a person in there, because I got news for you. That poetry is not just coming by itself, though, I don't know. I think the ethers can do some amazing things. So if you say to someone, well, what else are you? They'll say, I'm a poet. I can remember when people defined themselves strictly by their occupations. My occupation, therefore, was being black and poor. And wanting too much. And, no, not in the least bit. So when I changed the journey, and I started to just be myself, what happens when you are yourself? No one knows how to define you. They don't know. But when we create a pattern on the journey that says, I must always be this person, or this title, or this, whatever this is, guess what happens? You lose you. I have to, at times, hold back. I know, you find that hard to believe. But I do. Having good sense does not mean that you don't know who you are. That there is a matter of respect. Of not only for yourself, but for others. But I will stand. See, I remember saying this to someone. I was on an interesting little journey, and they were all up in my face, and I said, excuse me. I said, I'm standing here. And they didn't know what to make of that. And I said, if you keep doing that, you're going to really know I'm standing here. You are talking to a person. I am not a thing. And even if you call me a thing, I believe, is with feelings. You see, we have feelings. How many of you have talked to, I'm going to say it, a rock? Come on, admit it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Did that rock not talk back?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right. See, I like to talk to vegetables too. A vegetable will tell you something. It'll tell you when it's ready to be eaten. It'll tell you if it's going to be tasty. A fruit does the same thing. That apple with the ding will say, take me. You say, no. You say, it's all good. And you take it home and it's the best apple. You go out to the tree, it's got a big worm hole in it. You say, this is serious.
Somebody liked it.
That worm has set up house. And the apple said, but I am delicious. And that apple is absolutely delicious. Everything has a place and an identity and a life and a purpose. And when we share this, something happens that is miraculous. We feel better. This is gratitude. Be gracious. Be in the thank you. Be in the gratitude all the time. You don't have to run around saying it, but you can sure in the heck think it. I became filled with gratitude for the morning once I got over being irritated by it. See, and that's what gratitude helps you to do. You're sitting there grumpy. You're, by the way, I have like 15 pages. I haven't used one page. There we go. I wrote that. I'm going to have to go home now and decide what to do with it. When you go into your gratitude, something happens. What was important? What was irritating you? What was causing you to feel not good about yourself? It goes away. It does.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the whole point of gratitude is that you are giving it, and I'm going to use the A word, authority to make change. But you are also believing it, and you're respecting gratitude. When I respect you, I am also respecting you through gratitude.
Mm-hmm.
They're not just separate. When I respect you as a spiritual being, and I know what that means to me, doesn't mean you're not. When I respect you through my love and compassion, and the fact that I have fun with you every time I show up, that means that I am so appreciative of you. Because if I don't talk to you, it's not because I don't love you or care for you. I am probably just distracted. So don't take that as personal. Come up to me and say, well, Joyce, what's going on with you? Joyce, see gratitude. What's going on? So I can look at you and say, I am just distracted. But don't take it on and let it become Joyce don't like me. Okay? That's not true. That's not true. I enjoy life. Sometimes I have to slow down to really enjoy it. Because when you allow for too much to get on your journey, and your road gets so full, and you can't step for stepping in something, that's too much. You have to back up for a moment. I have this saying that says, when I'm traveling on my road and I'm looking to the horizon, I also look down to see what I'm stepping in.
Hallelujah.
Hello? I do not want to step in something where I'm going to have to go back and say, well, that just was not pleasant. I also have a saying that when you climb a hill, do it looking up. If you climb a hill backwards, do you know what's up there? Do you know what you're going up against? Do you know where the briars and the brambles are? No, you don't. But when you move forward on your journey in life, you see where you're going.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
But if you go with those blinders on, there's a reason why they put blinders on horses. I was raised with horses. We're on a farm, and you got a horse. We just had the one. It's a small farm. His name was Dick. Big guy. Huge. I was a little kid, so he had to be this big.
Right on.
He was like a shire. Big feet. Very gentle. Dick didn't have any blinders. So he could look in every direction and see. I remember, because my little brother walked under his stomach one time. So this is a big horse that a little toddler can walk under the stomach and not touch his belly. And everybody froze because we were thinking this horse is going to kick him. That's the end of little brother. His name was and still is Dan.
Yay, he lived.
Guess what the horse did? He stood there and his body started to tremble. I said, this is not good. I'm not much bigger than him, and my father doesn't know what to do. My mother is frozen. We're all standing there. Dan is not aware of a darn thing. He's just running under the horse. Guess what? The horse simply just looked down at it, saw what it was. That was it. What an amazing thing. This horse could see The horse didn't have something on its eyes saying, you can't see here, you can't see here. This horse could see. We need to get rid of those blinders and see. Mm-hmm. If you only think your life's journey is about you, you're in for a rude awakening. Mm-hmm. We cannot fix everything. We cannot. There are some things that must run their course. Whatever that is, it is going to run its course. Mm-hmm. But we can be in gratitude. We can be thankful. We can be appreciative. We can be gracious. We can be full of love and compassion. But it is not all that I am. I also get irritable.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Every other Thursday, yeah.
You schedule it?
Yeah. You gotta. That way you know what is happening. You say, oh my gosh, this is the second Thursday.
4 o'clock in the afternoon, huh?
Or when all the ice cream is gone, it's like, whatever comes first. But it's a good reason, Joyce. You got that. I'm telling you, right? Vanilla bean, are you serious?
Yay! Flavor.
You and Bill gotta get together for ice cream.
Talk to me. You see, these are life's pleasures. I don't have these life pleasures if I got these blinders on my head, which means they are on me as a total being. It's not just my head. Mm-hmm. It's all of Joyce. Got blinders on. So my journey has been about not being a horse with blinders on, not being black and poor and wanting too much, not being too big, not being too any damn thing. All I can be is me. So what do I do when I go to a restaurant on my life's journey and they got these little seats for children and I'm supposed to sit there? Excuse me. I say, do you have a bigger place? And they look at you. And I look at them. And then they say, oh, yes. I said, thank you. What's the point? You want my money? I can go down there to the corner. They got big seats. I go into a place on my journey as a person and I ask for what I want, what I need, what I believe it is my right to have.
Yes.
If I wait for someone to give me something, I should go back to bed. And then I got to start again. But when I ask, I believe that I receive. I love that piece. Ask and ye shall receive, right? And then if I knock, what happens?
The door will be open.
All right. The other one I love is about the mountain. I decided it's a molehill. Well, I figured it out for myself. I said, well, why should I keep trying to move the mountain? Mm-hmm. Why don't I just reduce it down to a molehill that's very doable? And then I can move beyond whatever this is that's on my life's journey that's causing me to stutter, to not to have my forward motion. If I step back from something and look at it without looking at what it is supposed to be, and then I decide what it is, now I am in control. Mm-hmm. Now I can get back into my gratitude for being here, for being alive, for enjoying every day. I cannot enjoy life if I am at odds with it. But then that's why we have Corkies. I know you don't believe me. Yes, you do, because you know Corky.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's why we have Corkies. People say, what do you need today? I say, I need a Corky.
Yay! Come on, baby.
And they say, why? I said, because you don't know what they're going to do. You don't know what they're going to say. And you really don't care. You just enjoy it.
Yes.
Thank you.
And so, is that not true?
Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you.
We all need that person in life. Make the doggone phone call, okay? Mm-hmm. Don't sit around there thinking, oh, gee, I got to do it by myself. No, you don't.
Never.
If you cannot call a friend, Well, I can think of a bunch of souls you could call. You have ancestors. Start with what you know. The whole idea of life's journey and being in gratitude, it is not trying to be something that you don't believe you can be. I can be Joyce. Okay?
Doing a
I
good
can
job.
be me. And I can be me well.
Yeah.
I can do this thing good.
Yes, you
In
can.
fact, I enjoy being me.
Hallelujah.
I enjoy being me to the point to where sometimes I have to go sit down.
And you've reached that point.
Good segue.
I was just cranking. I want to just read one quick thing. It comes from Nelson Mandela. And the first thing that I wrote for myself was that gratitude may seem impossible until it is done. You have to begin. Nelson Mandela has this simple saying. It seems a fitting way to end things. It always seems impossible until it's done. Think of him as a man who helped to achieve some impossible things. However you may see him, that is how you see him. But I see him as someone who gave others identity, courage, respect in the midst of so much. And that he seemed to me always a most gracious man, even when someone was trying to take away his life's journey for 27 years.
Phenomenal.
And then he continued on. So we need to know that our life's journey isn't over until that segment is over, and then we start another one. Thank you.